What's up, guys, and welcome to Season 2 of Soul Kitchen. We're on Episode 1. Happy New Year. In case it's been a while since we've done this, and we'll just go through tonight's host. First up, we have Daniel Lawson, Sneaker News Oz. How's it going, man?
It's a new year, but the same shit show. It's good to be back, boys.
Forgive us, by the way, because we're a little rusty. Like, we've all been away. I've been away for a while, and we haven't done this. So this is definitely going to be a shit show. So
we've all been wearing thongs for 2 months.
Moving on, we have Micah McLean, GR King 7. How's it going, man?
Yeah, really good. Really excited to begin Season 2 and get back into the Soul Kitchen.
Cool. Up next, we have Emmanuel Guevara kicking it with G, who seems to be lagging today. How's it going, man?
Oh, really? I apologize.
Yeah, good, thanks,
yeah,
man.
no, good. Hopefully it gets a bit better.
Next up, we have Steven Henderson, SE Kicks 5. How's it going, man?
I'm going good. Despite everything, I'm here tonight and I'm ready to talk about some sneakers. Back for 23. It's going to be a big year, I reckon.
Cool. We've missed your rambling, so we're looking forward to that today. Next up, we have Julian Pounds, Kicks_N_Craze. How's it going, man?
Good. I wish Micah didn't give us the mental image of him wearing a thong.
Not that kind of thong, mate. And I certainly wouldn't be wearing
I hope
those.
it's not backwards either.
Elephant thong.
Yeah, I'd be nice. I'll slide into my DMs later. We'll talk about it.
All right, so as we've mentioned earlier, this is the same shit show that you're used to listening to and watching. So we'll go on and move on to the tradition of the show, which is Shoe of the Week. It's been a big month for some of us, so we will be showing maybe as much as we can or as much as we like in terms of Shoe of the Week. Hopefully not too much from JP. We don't need to see all your 25, 30 pairs that you're hopping. So to begin with, we'll be going with we're gonna be starting with Micah McLean. What's your latest?
Right.
What's your Shoe of the Week, mate?
Well, I've got a couple of pickups that I was kind of hunting for quite a while, so I was glad over the break to get these 2 pairs. I'll show 2, but I got the red curries, which I'm a big fan of. I've always wanted to get the whole pack, but never been able to get any of them, and this is probably one of my preferred colors. But yeah, I'd like to try and get the other 2 as well, just to finish off the pack if I can at some point down the road. So definitely a big fan of these. And I know me and Emmanuel talked about this pair before on one of the shows, but I'll show you the box first if anyone might know what that is.
So good.
Yeah, so I'll show you. These guys are pretty phenomenal. So here we go. It's a Coney Oktoberfest. And the quality of these is just phenomenal. Inside you got the all the hops on the inner sole. Yeah, just a really, really good quality shoe. Pretty warm for summer, but definitely awesome for winter. So once winter rolls around, I'll probably give these a bit more wear. But yeah, just a phenomenal shoe, this one.
Nice.
And really stoked to get that one back in my collection.
Nice. And that's your original pair, right? Like you bought it back.
It is my
to the
original
person you
pair.
sold to.
Yeah, and the person I sold it to had worn them once in the 2. It's been 2 years. He had them for 2 years and wore them once.
Nice.
So that was really good.
Did he
yeah,
sell
still
it
an
cheaper
extra
this time, or?
I can't remember. I think he sold it back for the same price that I sold it to
Nice.
him.
Which is pretty rare.
But
for
I sold
that
them
fella.
really cheap to him. So
Yeah. Just like renting
Yeah.
it out without interest.
yeah, that's right. And I sold them to him cheap because he's a good guy that I know. So yeah, so we kind of just did each other a favor. So yeah, it was $100 to get them back. So pretty good.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty good.
It's really good. Daniel, what's your shoe or shoes of the week?
Yeah, well, I've got a couple here, but my latest pickup is the Mad Huey thongs. That compliments of Airlie Beach City Beach. So, good old thongs. So, pair that I haven't worn yet, but I've been seeing a couple of you boys have some on feet, and I can't wait to rock it. It's the Asics Gel Light 3 Atmos Old Matte collab. Most of you boys have got it. They're just a phenomenal shoe, so I can't wait to chuck them on feet. Now, I've spent the last week up North Queensland, Airlie Beach, and it rained for 6 days straight. And my choice of footwear wasn't the best to take up there. So this pair got minimal run, and it was the Travis Scott Jordan 4.
Travis 4s.
I wore them on day
Nice.
one, and that was it, because it was just too wet. But the shoe that got the most wear, apart from the thongs, and I've never actually had a pair of these, this silhouette, and they are the most comfortable walking shoes I think I've ever worn. The Air Max 97 Undefeated. Yeah, like these,
nice.
I'd never thought, I'd never ever give them the time of day to wear as a walking shoe. When I could get out and about, we did some big beach walks and some walks up in the hills and stuff, and these were just absolutely phenomenal under feet. Like, yeah, we covered some kilometres and it didn't even feel like it. And it was nice to have a little nod of the head on my Instagram page from Undefeated Japan as well. So they're my shoes of the month.
Yeah,
I
nice
suppose.
one.
So good.
Cool.
That would have been as well the best colorway in the pack of 3, right?
Oh, look, personally, I say yes. A lot of people disagree and say the black one. The black one was the best colorway. I like the green one because it gives me that Jordan 4 Undefeated collab vibes with the green and the orange.
Yeah. Yeah.
It depends on who you talk to.
I like
Yeah.
the olive. No, I like the olive as well because that's. Yeah,
That's undefeated
just-
color, like the
Correct,
olive.
that's
and the
right,
orange.
that's-
yeah.
that's what I was going to
Yeah.
say. That's what undefeated is. It's olive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like the white pair, white and yellow
Cool.
pair. They're nice.
Next up we have Emmanuel Guevara.
Yes, I got a couple of good pickups for this one.
I'll show 3. Hey, I'll show the first one. A couple I wore during the week. So the Grappa Diodoras,
Nice.
the V7000s. So I wore those to dinner the other night, and then it just started pouring. So these have been drying for the last 2 days, just making sure that suede is like.
And are they still fine?
Crisp. Yeah, they're still all right. They're good. They're nothing crazy. Just brush the suede a little bit, so it's all good. Wore these all day yesterday. So the Pata
990.
990 V3s. So yeah, heaps comfortable. Love them. I went with the alternate laces as well. So the green one on one side and the lighter one on the other. And I picked up 3 pairs so far, but my favorite would be the Social Status
Nice.
Gel Light 5s. The grey ones. So shout out to Old Man Sneaks for with the assist on these. So really happy to have these and can't wait to pop them on feet next week. So yeah, be
Nice,
good.
man.
Cool. Next up we have Steven. Steven, what's your shoe or shoes of the week? I'll just mute GR King.
Two this week. I was lucky enough to pick up an old pair. Oh, not too old, but the Mida sneakers 30th anniversary.
Nice.
Yeah, so I've had those on most of the week. So
How's the zipper?
nice sneaker, great material. It's cool, but I don't really like it as far as wearing. They put a
You
lot
don't
of
like
effort.
zipping up your flat,
No,
right?
they put a lot of effort into actually designing a little overlap and stuff, but it just changes the feel of the sneaker for me. But no, they're a nice shoe. So I had these on most of the week, and then today these on the new Gel Light 5 green materials.
Congratulations
So,
on that,
yeah,
by the
nice.
way.
Yes.
Yeah, lucky.
It's a seeded
Big
pair.
shout out to Asics. They sent these through. They're a really nice shoe. I was counting up. There's like 16 different panels and materials on each sneaker, so they're like a what the pair, but to the point where you don't really notice it.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd like to get them on feet a bit more. Comparing them to Gel Light 3, I think the Gel Light 3 is probably more comfortable on foot. The Gel Light 5, I won't say it's uncomfortable, but it runs more like a bit like a GT2, but with that booty. But yeah, nice sneaker, wear it all day. And I like what they do with them. Hopefully we see some big things with the Gel Light 5s this year being the 30th anniversary.
Nice.
So they
I hope they release the other colorway of that as well, because I like
that
the concept.
collaboration or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Which it says
No,
like
the
that.
multi-color one as well. I think there's an alternate colorway.
Yeah, it was on the Instagram page the other day. They had a coming soon. So
Nice.
hopefully we see that one as well.
Yeah. Cool. Next up, we have Julian Pound. So brace yourself, guys. It's gonna be a long one.
I'm only going to show 3, but I've got a lot more than that. Christmas was pretty hectic for me. I reckon it was the busiest time of the year for me.
Christmas isn't over for you yet, mate.
Yeah, not yet. I've still got 2 more on the way. So, so this one I was waiting for a while for. Yeah, it's an amazing pair. Super limited, which is the Kangaroo Bissau collaboration. So this pair is limited to 500 pairs. It's all, the other pair's got the numbering on it. This one doesn't, but it's called the Trout 2. So it's all inspired by his love of fishing. So it's that. So it all has fish leather or fish skin, whatever you call it, all over the shoe. Yeah, every panel is just like crazy quality. The box was just a special box, crazy inside. It has like the wood last inside, if that's what you call it, or the board inside of it. Yeah, just everything on point. Expensive. I got them off the Bissau website when they dropped. I think they're still available. I'm really surprised that they're sitting. But yeah, maybe the price has put a lot of people off. Yeah, of some sizes.
I usually get my kangaroos from a few, and they're sold out there.
Yeah, they sold out pretty quickly on their site. The second pair is another super limited pair. It was only released in Japan by Atmos and on the Arm Murderers website, which is the Arm Murderers Red Spiders. So they're I guess the opposites on each one. You got the stitching on both sides. You got bandana print on the back on each one and inside of the shoe as well. I don't know if you can see it, but it's there.
So how did you pop those, JP?
Sneaker Dunk. So they were Sneaker Dunk. Okay. So they were the best price I found them for. Yeah, pretty reasonable actually. I think I got them for about $350 delivered. Yeah, they only went up to size 12.5, so I had to go to the 12.5.
Thanks for letting me know. So
there's plenty of them sitting on Sneaker Dunk. They're quite well available on there, and they are reasonably priced.
Have you tried them on yet, JP?
So if anybody doesn't know, Armoders or Red Spider is like a reggae / DJ from Japan. It's a group, and then you got Red Spider as part of the group, and he's one of the people of that. So yeah, so they only released in Japan.
So Donald's already logging on Sneaker Dunk. He's checking them out. He's
carting
them out.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
And the last
that's
pair
a good price. $260 shipped. You'll have those by the end of the show.
Yeah, already got them.
Patrol.
So for Patrol Squad, amazing pair. I found these on eBay. The guy posted them saying he was a DJ and he wore them once, so they're like brand new. Yeah, immaculate. I've been looking for a while and they don't pop up that often for my size especially. But yeah, the quality is just crazy. Long head suede. All the embossing in gold. Yeah. Nice. And like the hints of gold behind the lines. Yeah, just amazing pair. So that's for me for today.
Nice.
Cool. Guess it's my turn. Continuing the old ASICS releases trend that this group has been on for a while. Mine is the Gel Light
Yes.
324
Yes.
Lattice Express.
So nice.
So good.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful.
Yeah.
Like the materials, the colorway, everything about this pair. Yeah, when I started getting into Gel Light 3s, this was the colorway that I was like looking at. Like I wish I would be able to pop these, and it popped up on eBay. It's used pair as well, but it's really clean. So yeah, I mean, it's probably a 9.5 out of 10 condition, and everything still comes with it, like the
But-
laces and
The whole story and everything behind that sneaker, it was executed so well, isn't it? Like,
yeah, the train,
Beautiful pair.
the express, the
Yeah.
colorway, the materials, the
Yeah.
leather on the seats, and
Yeah, I remember all the promo stuff that they did for it. So they had all like, it was sitting on the leather like seating in the
Yeah.
train and stuff. It was awesome.
And if you look at the train, right, like you can really associate
Yeah.
the pair with the train, so it's really well done. It's not like it's a shallow
Yeah.
sort of like inspiration of the train. It's actually full on, like it should remind you of that. So yeah, visually it's really good. Again with the ASICs, I'm just gonna be showing 3 ASICs
because you showed 300
You
new
can.
balance last year.
yeah, this one I haven't opened yet. So I got the sneaker La as well.
Nice.
This is one from the raffle. It's still closed. I haven't opened them.
Open it from the bottom.
Really?
Yeah, you can pull it
Yep.
apart from the bottom.
100%.
Can you do it from the top as well? I was looking at the
No,
top. It feels
no.
like you can put it.
No, I think it's
Yeah.
easier on
Oh,
the
You have
really?
to
bottom.
cut the
Oh,
That
top.
I'll
was
do
from
that as
from
well.
the, from the
Yeah.
that was a hint from the designer of the actual packaging that I got told.
Ah,
He said,
nice.
yeah, open it up from the bottom so then you don't end up with a slither like G's got.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
I'll
but
probably
yeah,
do
I'm
that.
still, yeah.
And then my third pair is Gelite 5 as well, which is the
Yes.
Charlotte Lab Social Status collaboration, designed by students, and they're limited pairs, 1,500 pairs, I think. So yeah, that's it.
Amazing.
Nice one.
And maybe I'll show one NB,
Yeah, go on.
just to wash it off a little bit.
It just wouldn't be
Yeah,
right.
it wouldn't
like,
be right
I hope
without an
it's-
NB.
I hope
In
it's
our, in our
olive.
first
I hope it's
episode, it's yeah. So it's an olive 990 V3. I have to do it, guys. Like this, yeah. It doesn't make any sense for me not to pull this up. I think this was exclusive to ALD at the moment.
Yep.
That's at least that's what JP told me,
Yep.
because that's where I
It
got
will.
them, and I haven't seen any general release of them yet. But yeah, what do you know? Green, olive, 990 B3.
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
Another Joker
I'm
pair.
shocked.
That's my last pair. I have to. All right, so moving on with the show. I think since it's episode 1 of season 2 and it's the start of the year, it's probably going to be fun to look back into this episode, discussing our sneaker resolutions for 2023. And then maybe shit on each other for not doing any of them. I know G has already broken his. So welcome back, Micah. We're just discussing the topic, which is basically our sneaker resolutions for 2023. What are the habits that we want to change from what we've been doing last year? Basically anything sneaker related that we think we should change moving forward for this year. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Maybe let's start off with Daniel. What's your sneaker resolution for 2023?
So, at the start of 2022, I was going for everything that Jordan Breen put out. Obviously, not mids and lows, just every Jordan 1 high, Jordan 3, Jordan 4, Jordan 5, whatever they throw out, I was going for. And then, being in the cult of Soul Kitchen, that sort of dwindled me down into going into the New Balance and enjoying quality. So for this year, I'm on a heavy vegan diet when it comes to shoes. It'll only be quality that I look for. Pretty much testing the waters on a few other brands. And just enjoying having a bit more money in my account come December than what I did last year. Just being just the long and the short of it, just being more selective this year, and enjoying being selective.
Cool. Is this your same resolution last year?
No, my resolution last year was get everything, get them all, buy all the shoes.
Which is G's resolution every year.
Yeah, that's it.
Cool. All right. Speaking of G, what's your 2023 sneaker resolution?
I've already broken it, boys. I wanted two pairs a month. 2 pairs a month I wanted. And yeah, I copped 3 pairs. So I'm limiting
in the first 2
that
weeks.
already, and there's still quite a few days of January left, so I'm a little scared. But yeah, last year was the last 5 years have been crazy because I've just been entering like raffles. Every raffle get FOMO. But I've always loved the different brands and stuff. So I want to, just keep it to 2. Right, so no cop February, I reckon. It's the shortest
month
of the year. So we'll
So
go
there'll
with
be
that.
4 pairs in February then.
So at the end of the year, you should just end up with 24 pairs, right?
So you still won't have enough pairs to put in your top 10.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna struggle to make a top 10 list at the end of the year, guys. So, yeah, hopefully 24, just 24 pairs. We'll see how we go. I'm not a math teacher, so I'll probably stuff it up anyway.
What about you, Steven? What's your sneaker resolution?
Pretty similar. I want to be more selective in what I buy and not just see something and chuck it in the cart, because I think that happened a lot last year. But it's hard, I think. I wish we had like a map of 2023 and we could actually see every release from every brand. That'd be brilliant, because we get to a new month and we go, hey, we're not going to buy any sneakers this month, or we're only going to limit it to 2, and then we get like 6 drops out of nowhere and you're going, oh.
And they're all good.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm very, very similar. I was going to try and get all the way down to just 1 pair a month, but JP, when he texts you, there's always 3 or 4 pairs waiting for you. So I think I'm not too. Yeah, I think I'm only at about 3 so far. There's two in the mail, and I just want to slow down and make more select choices on sneakers and still explore further in different brands as well.
Cool. What about you, JP?
So after last year's splurge, I decided that I'd have to have a hard line of all these different rules for 2023. So I hope you got some time. But the first rule is that for Jordan brand, it has to be an OG colorway. I'm sick of all these like random colors dropping, and just I'm over that a bit. So OG colorways, except for there's a couple coming this year, like the green, I think they're called the Lucky Green J ones. So that color blocking, I'm okay with. As long as it's those 2 colors, yeah. If it's white, black, and the color, I'm okay with that. Second rule, anything that's other than Jordan brand, it has to be a collaboration. So, being pretty
No
selective.
GRs.
No GRs. So it's going to be a bit tough for New Balance because there's a lot of nice colorways that come out that aren't GRs. And ASICs as well, I guess. And the other rule is I've got a cap of how much I can spend a year. So the year I've got a 10k limit, and that includes if I sell pairs, that adds to that, so I could always be in the positive. So this month so far, I'm very close to hitting that cap. But yeah, it's super hard when you've got. So this month I have, to start off with the month, I've sold 6 pairs and bought 7 pairs.
So you're at 1.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, but then
Yeah, you've only bought one.
yeah.
You can go for more after this show.
Yeah. Oh, and the other rule was, like when all my storage cases are like full, I can't buy more pairs until I sell pairs. So I had that last year, which I did actually stick to it, which I'm pretty happy about. But yeah, I've already got some pairs out. Like these are going. I've got some other pairs next to me already that they're going to be listed this weekend.
Cool. Since Micah's here, Micah, what's your sneaker resolution?
Yeah, so mine's pretty much exactly the same as you guys. It's like to really limit the purchasing. I've actually run out of room. I got nowhere. Like all my plastic boxes are full. I'm starting to shove them on top. And yeah, I've run out of space, so I don't know what I'm going to do. But
Buy more cases.
there's still definitely pairs I want to pick up this year. Yeah, so yeah, buy more boxes. Maybe that's my New Year's resolution. But yeah, I think I'll probably slow down a little bit this year and try and save a bit more cash. Yeah, that's about
Boys,
it.
we're 20 days into the first month of the year. How many pairs have we already brought each?
I have one, which is the
I got 3.
OG Jordan 2.
Did you buy that this year, or was that from last year's purchase?
Well, I can count it as last year because they're last year's release.
No, but when did you buy
So I haven't
it?
bought it. I bought it this
Okay.
year. So
As a shittest resolution already, you've already broken the rules. Yeah.
I bought it this month. I bought them this month.
2 pairs.
Nice. Well,
We all know we're bad at this. So we're just talking shit here at the moment.
We've just got to stay out of the fucking group chat with you guys.
Well, I can safely say that the only pair I've brought are these magical Mad Huey flip-flop thongs that I got from Ely Beach City Beach. Go up to Ely Beach City Beach, get yourself some Mad Huey thongs. They're amazing.
What was retail?
Still got 11 days.
$19.95.
$10. $10 on special. Under retail, mate.
Again,
Buy what you like, wear what you like.
Sneaker Dunk couldn't even match that with a coupon.
All right. So for my resolution, right, it's similar to you guys, like just cut down the purchases. And I think the other one is like wear more of the shoes that I've copped. Because I think you really want to start enjoying them. As I've said before, if you're copying way too many pairs, it's hard for you to start enjoying the sneakers that you buy because you don't have time to wear or enjoy each one of them. So I think it makes sense to just start wearing most of the sneakers that I cop. There's a lot that I haven't even worn a lot or worn outside from 2021, let alone 2022. So I think doing that would be really good. Second one is probably get a bigger house, which means stop buying sneakers because I've run out of space, and the only solution that I have really, and I can't think of any other solution at this point other than to get a bigger
Just
house.
keep them at Jay's place.
The kids are too young to move out, aren't they?
Even I'm running out of space.
so
Yeah,
you're not going to
it's
sell your
crazy.
kids?
Like I think I've doubled what I should be. What's that?
Sell your kids?
I thought,
Maybe your
That's
kids
a
can
good
move
way
to
of
Jay's
doing
house?
it
So I can get a
overseas.
bigger. Yeah, so I can get their rooms and then just put the sneakers there. And then that will fund my sneakers for a whole year as well. So
You're better off parting them out though. Like if you sell 2 individual kidneys, it's better than one child, isn't it?
This episode went dark real quick.
all right, so I think we've gone through that, right? Like it would be nice if we can watch this at the end of the year and see if we've actually I doubt it. Like, we'll watch it next week, and then we'll just
That's what we're gonna play. Watch it next week.
So the other topic will be like, is what did you cop last year that you're sort of like, you really like it at that time, but now you're kind of sort of regretting it, or you don't think that pair of sneakers will age well. You know what I mean? Like, because at that time there's a lot that has been released. There's some weird collaborations.
Is everyone
there's some weird
going for the Hello
silhouettes.
Kitty Presto? Or?
I don't know. Why don't we start with you, Hendo?
I was just thinking, I don't really regret the sneakers that I bought as such, but I probably could have left some in the cart. They didn't really have to come home.
Is there anything that you don't think will age well? Like down the line, you're probably, I'm not going to be able to wear this again. This is not really my style. I just copped them.
Not really. I'm trying to look at what I bought last year, and I think because I've moved to that more, 90s running silhouette, with the Gel Light 3s especially, they're so easy to put on foot and wear day in, day out. Yeah, there's a couple of out there colorways, but even with my other pickups, like I picked up a couple of like those Travis Scotts, the Saturns, and the Mellow Air Max 1 concepts, like both of those. I tried to buy sneakers last year that I would wear more, and that's why I didn't buy many Jordan. If there's a sneaker last year that I bought that I've only put on foot once, it was probably those Jordan 3 Desert Elephants or whatever they were called. As much as I like that sneaker, it sat in the box the most out of everything when I think back to what I actually bought last year. So
cool. What about you, Daniel?
I'm sitting here draped in Jordan apparel, and the only shoes that I can think of that I regret getting are some Jordans. The Jordan 3 Cardinals, the Jordan 1 Heirlooms, the Jordan 6 PSGs. Just absolute the Volt Green Jordan 1s. Like, I look at them like, I'm never going to wear them. Never going to wear them. And that comes into my sneaker resolution for this year. It's just being more selective, because I'm never going to wear the Cardinals. I'm never going to wear those Heirlooms. I'm definitely not going to wear the PSG 6s. Pairs like that. But the funny thing in saying that is there's not one pair of Asics or New Balance or Saucony that I brought last year that I can say I would never wear, because every pair that I got are amazing. So might have to change this to a Saucony.
yeah.
It's good. It's good to hear that we're completely brainwashed.
Do you think it's like, I know we always get brought back to like bagging our Jordan brand, but we're not as such. I think it's just the wearability of a Jordan is hard for day to day, where with your New Balance, your Saucony, your Asics, you can just grab them to go to the shops. It's hard to put on a pair of Jordan 6s and be comfortable.
Yeah.
I could wear the fried chickens. I could wear the fried chickens over a lot of Jordan 1s that I've got. It's a lot easier to style those than a lot of Jordan 1s.
And that's like, I've never been a Jordan 1 fan for that exact reason. Not because of the silhouette of the sneaker, but the fact that I can't put it on foot.
I find Jordan
I'd
1...
argue with that probably the Jordan 1 is the easiest to wear.
Yeah, see, I find Jordan 1 is a lot easier to wear in winter when you can wear them with jeans or sweatpants. I find Jordan 1 highs are very hard to pull off with shorts. Whether that's just my thick calves or whatnot, but
it's thick calves.
I don't like the look of them. Yeah, I don't like the look of a Jordan 1 high with shorts on.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Cool. What about you, G? Anything that you don't think will age well, or you're sort of regretting copying from last year?
Again, not that we're bagging our Jordans. I just, like the one thing that I always wanted to do was just grab a pair of Jordan 1s through the Jordan 14s, right? Just because that was the years that he was in Chicago. And as a a fan of his, I always wanted to start my collection with 1 to 14, and like I think I was able to get 1 to 14 in about 3 to 4 years into me collecting, and then it just kept building and building and building. So I need to really cull my Jordan collection. Now, there's a few pairs that, like, I've got a few pairs of 6s that I know won't get a lot of wear, just because of its cut and how hard it is to wear in our summertime, in our seasons. And like Daniel's saying, like they're great for winter, but like the UNC 6s, I got them because of FOMO, right? And then when I eventually got them, I was like, man, I'm going to be wearing the Carmines more than I will the UNCs, right? So there's going to be a few pairs that I'm going to start to put out there and start selling, and we'll see how we go. But yeah, a lot of the Jordans, like I just kept buying Jordan 3s last year, I think it was, and I don't know why. I love the silhouette, but I'm not wearing all of the ones that I picked up, right? But yeah, again, I agree with Hendo, like just runners are so much easier to wear. You just grab them, put them on, they'll go with shorts, pants, whatever. And I think it's got to do with comfort now, being a little bit older, and something that you can just grab, put on feet, off you go, and still really enjoy them without having to, like, because there was a time where you'd pop shoes on, right? I know for me, there was a time I'd put shoes on just because, man, that's the shoe that's trending like this season, let's put that on. Now it's kind of like whatever's, like I'm gonna
That's
wear
good though,
it for
because
me,
you would have
in
had
a sense.
pandas on all last year.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I still had pandas on 3 days ago, so
That's his go-to pair.
yeah. It's at the door, ready to go.
Cool. What about you, JP?
So a lot of the pairs I picked up, I've actually already sold. The ones that I thought that just won't age that well. A lot of them were Dunks. So Dunks came out with all these random colorways. So like the barbershop Dunks was a good example of a shoe that I thought was cool, but then I got them in hand and the quality was terrible. Just the colors, like everybody really liked them, but I think they just were so tacky. So yeah, a lot of them have sold. I feel that there'll be a couple of Jordan 2s I'll probably get rid of. I know you guys love the Maison Chateau Rouges, but I really think they're going to age quite quickly. And the 12.5's the ones I got, so I'll probably let them go to get another pair of runners. As you can see behind me, my collection has changed quite a bit. So Gillette 3's older pairs is going to be taking over. Yeah, just I'm a bit sick, as everybody else has said, of Jordans, just high cut shoes. Like I never like navigate to those shoes and want to put them on. So there are a couple of Jordan colorways, ones from last year. Probably I'll get rid of the Pollens and the Marina Blues as well. Just get rid of some of those GR colorways that never get worn.
Yeah.
Cool. I agree with you, G, on the UNC sexes as well. Like it's a bit, when you hold it, like you love the idea of owning it, but you don't love the idea of wearing it, sort of thing. And there's a lot of those pairs that were released last year as well. One thing that I don't think will age well, and I have 2 of these silhouette, is the and I don't know, maybe it's just me, is the 9060 New Balance.
Camel toes.
Yeah. Because I've been trying to take them out and then wear them. And maybe it's a personal thing, but I don't think they're gonna age well, at least for me. If I'm being honest, I think in general, I don't think, like, give it a couple of years and people would probably forget them, because they're going to that trend of like chunky runners thing, and if that trend goes away, that silhouette goes away as well, and it's not a timeless silhouette. It's a new silhouette created during the trend of chunky sneakers. So I have my doubts in terms of the 90s, 60s. That's why I stopped chasing the releases. Like I don't have the I didn't try hard for the bodega at all. I don't think I even
You got
tried.
both of the inside voices.
No, I just have the pink one, and then I have a GR cream colorway one. But yeah, I think those are the ones that I don't think will age well. Maybe, I don't know. So yeah, I guess continuing on, do we want to have another topic, or do we just want to go through the copper drop?
There you go. Copper drop.
That's another one.
Yeah, let's have another one. Okay, so maybe I guess a good topic will be what's your sneaker prediction for 2023? What do you think is, because I think for the past 2 years New Balance have been getting up there, and now New Balance is mainstream. And I know we're partial to ASICs, and I sort of like know the answer to this question already, but which brand do you guys think will start bubbling up this year and start becoming more popular? Daniel, let's start with you.
So we sort of touched on this last year on where we see what brands and what we predict to shoot up. And I still stick for what I said. I see Diodora having an absolute cracker of the year this year. Saucony are doing their thing, and they're going to continue to do their thing. New Balance is going to keep smashing it banger after banger. ASICs, well, what can I say? They've just gone from strength to strength. And I think it's time that, your Diodora kicks into gear and becomes a little bit more mainstream, as well as the Kangaroos. People are starting to get those in hand, and I look forward to get my first pair of those.
Cool. What about you, G?
I know that, like in the last pod, I spoke about New Balance, maybe. Oh, was it Alive? But maybe New Balance coming, having another really good year. Really want ASICs to come and have another great year with the Gelite 5, so I'm really excited for that. But something in me is telling me like Puma might actually have some bangers this year, just because like they're bringing out they started to bring back the Blazer Glories, and you had a couple of collabs towards the end of last year, and for those that have never had a BOJ before, they're so comfy. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they do. I'm really looking forward to the types of collabs that will happen. Like with, what Daniel's saying with Diodora coming through, and we saw a couple of really awesome pairs already towards the end of last year, right? Or was it the start of this year, with the Sneaker Freaker collabs and stuff? So looking forward to those. Look, I'd like to say I hope Reebok gets back up, but man, they're just falling behind.
I was just going to ask you that. I was going to ask you that, Jay, like, because obviously you're a big Reebok fan, and do Reebok sort of need to try and reinvent themselves? Because at the moment they're really trying to polish the same turd, and smash out those Reebok pumps in just every colorway under the sun, and it's not working. So I think for myself, I think the Reebok really do need to sit back and just try and reinvent themselves. With holding on to some of that history. With holding on to some of that history.
Yeah, I think they've got like, I think they've got like, they had such a great opportunity last year to bring out some of their archived silhouettes, right? And the last sort of archived silhouette that they brought out would have been the Aztrex, maybe 2 or 3 years ago. And they were really good because it was during that era, like during that time when all the vintage sneakers were coming up and it was trending, and you had like the oversized like runners coming through, and the Aztrex were heaps nice, and you were getting like quality for what you were paying. I'd love for the ventilators to come back, but not too sure if it's going to make any money. But yeah, Reebok's got this really good way of just partnering up with franchises, right? Like movie franchises and video game franchises and stuff. But the novelty kind of like dies real quick with that, right? I like what they're doing with the 90s like basketball sneakers, like with the AIs and the pumps and all that jazz. But you know, they're really sticking to their, well, it seems like anyways for me, like they'll pump out nanos, right? Like your
Fitness, yeah.
your fitness
All across training gear.
silhouettes. So those CrossFit shoes, yeah. So they'll pump those out non-stop, and they're very, very popular because I think they're the official
They're the
sponsors
CrossFit.
of CrossFit, right?
Yeah, CrossFit.
So that
Yeah.
yeah, that's kind of like their cash cow silhouette in a sense. Classic leathers are always going to be a classic, and people will always look for those. But yeah, I just feel like they will need to have two or three really good collabs in order for them to come back on some really nice archived like silhouettes, and then we'll kind of see them in the market again. It is a bit of a shame because Reebok's pretty close to my heart, and that's why I'm holding on to my ventilators as long as I possibly can, right? And wearing them as often as I can.
Until you sell them.
Yeah, just to make sure they don't crumble, make sure that, you know, like all the adhesive gets a bit of a workout here and there. But yeah, just really keeping those ventilators real close to me. So yeah, fingers crossed. But yeah, I really doubt it. Yeah.
Cool. What about you, Hendo?
I think in that live that we did, I think we said New Balance would probably come up this year, but I feel like they've died off. I feel like you haven't heard anything from them.
I think they came
Yeah,
up
like
already.
they've come and been, but can they carry? Like for me, I think ASICs are starting to make waves, and I think it's because of their boutique style collaborations that they're pumping out. They pump out a lot of collaborations for the Gel Light 3 when you think about it. Like there's a lot of collaboration pairs out there, but they seem to do it well, and everyone can start to get their hands on something that's not a GR. I think in terms of what's going to change is, I think marketing has to change for a lot of these brands. Like you see nothing out there for Reebok.
Yeah.
And Reebok do have their loyal supporters. You jump on when they drop those Street Fighter collabs and things like that, and they do sell out or have minimal sizes left. It's just they're obviously making their money elsewhere, but in our niche market, I think it's going to be hard for anyone to break Jordan's back, no matter what, because that's the initial sneaker that everybody sees when they start collecting. But I think ASICS or Saucony, I think, can push through depending on how it's marketed by some of our sneaker boutiques this year. So either one of those two brands, I think Gel Light 3s, Gel Light 5s, or the Shadows 5000s or 6000s would be hopefully a sneaker that rises up that people want this year for me.
And I think as well, I just want to add on to the ASICS thing is that last year there was some pretty like low-key Gel Light 5 collabs that were released, and not many people were like grabbing them, right? And it, you know, when I started to see those, I was kind of like, yeah, you know what? I wonder if Gel Light 5s are actually going to come back like this year. And I love that, you know, they like ASICS brought out what they did, and starting to promote that a little bit more. Yeah, so looking forward to what's in store for that silhouette, especially just because it's nice. It's a nice silhouette.
Cool. I think it's a testament as well how, like, you know, that statement that Nike is a marketing company first and then a shoe company second. So I think it's hard to beat that Nike marketing machine in order for you to really get that sort of like level of popularity. I think simple marketing won't work. Like just basic collabs, even if they're popular boutiques, I don't think
And
that's gonna
are we
cut it.
really? We're talking about our Australian sneaker scene more than a worldwide sneaker scene, aren't we? Like what we think we'll see here is totally different to what's going to trend in Europe or the US.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a
Yeah,
baseline,
yeah.
right? Like I think a lot of those things bleed over here as well in terms of like.
Well, it needs to do well
Yeah.
over there on the bigger market before we even see half the stuff. So
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, JP?
I think there's going to be actually 3 brands this year that are going to boom. First one, I think Adidas. I think they're going to like really like want to fire on all barrels just because of this Kanye shabazzle that's happened. So I kind of feel that they're going to want to jump back and they're going to have a lot of collaborations and they're really going to push it, trying to take back some of their market share. Steven sent me a link today to some new Sean Witherspoons that are coming out, which look amazing, and I think it's.
I think they're already
it's gonna
out,
be a year
sold
of-
out.
Are they? There you go. I feel that with a lot of the brands, they're going to bring back vintage runners, but actually like for performance. So like those Sean's, I reckon they're probably actually running shoes that they're going to bring back. Asics with their collaborations, the ones that they just dropped, they're going to drop the trail running shoes that are collaborations with artists, things like that. So I feel that a lot of companies will do that. Asics, I think Gillette 5s this year definitely are going to be the big thing. I think they're going to slow down on the collaborations with Gillette 3s. So we'll see how that goes. And to follow on with G's about the Reebok, I kind of feel that Shaq taking over is going to have a huge impact, but it might happen maybe not this year. It could happen next year. I kind of feel that he's not a dumb guy and he doesn't want to lose money. So I kind of feel that he was just testing the water with his Shaq shoes, and he'll start pushing some other archival shoes. So I kind of feel that it's going to be those 3. I don't know if Saucony and Diodora, there'll be some niche drops, but I'm not sure if they're going to be as big as the other brands.
Popular.
I think Diodora will take a lot to break into an Australian market, like to be mainstream Australian market. I think that we could get more people jumping onto the drop, especially with this Sneaker Freaker. February, I hear that's supposed to drop. So with that Reef and Beef or whatever it is, Surf and Turf. So that'll be interesting to see how that goes. It'll probably sell out, but whether we get more drops after that would be interesting to see.
But that'll be interesting with like the Diodoras, the price point. Is that going to affect it? So
Yeah, it always is a factor, right? But if you look at the made in USA or any of the made New Balances, that hasn't stopped people from copying New Balance really. So they're more in line in terms of pricing. So for me, I think there are some new brands that are gonna come up. I don't think they're gonna be really popular, but they're gonna start building their audience. I think a lot of the actual tech runners will start coming up now, because from last year you see Solomon is getting quite some
that
attention.
On has got that collab with Ronnie Fegg and Roger Federer.
Yeah, on running as well. They're horrible running shoes, by the way. I'm running them. They look good, but they're not really good runners. And I think Hoka as well is starting to get some collaboration, and there are a lot of like good. If you put a Hoka Clifton as a day-to-day shoes, you'll be surprised. Like I know people are saying Yeezy is the most comfortable, and sneakerheads really, they think some of those older releases or older runners are comfortable. They're not, unless you put on modern tech runners. It's really different. And I think those collaborations with those brands will start gaining some traction. I think what's gonna replace the New Balance's place as sort of like a second most popular brand, I guess, will be Asics. And not because I'm biased, but if you look at their strategy, I think they're starting to bring in this popular collaborators like Jound, did one last year,
Mhm.
and we all thought that that's gonna flop, and it didn't. Like it's so hard to get those Kayano 14s, and that made me look at some of the Kayano 14s GR as well, that I want to pick up. I think there will be more bigger names getting involved with ASICs, and a lot of the big names, if you think about it, they're not tied to
Yeah,
one
they-
brand.
yeah.
Like Salehi Bembury is not tied to a single brand. Joe Fresh
Yeah.
Goods is not tied to New Balance, although that's their main brand. They've always collaborated with other brands. So, I mean, if ASICs can get one of those guys,
You'll jump
then,
ship.
yeah. Like, can you imagine? Can you imagine a Salehi
Gel-Lyte
Bembury,
3.
Gel-Lyte 3 using that material, using the mesh that he's using, like that approach, or
So I'm thinking of it as a different way. I'm just thinking of this Gel-Lyte 3 with a.
3 Jound.
I'm thinking of a Gel-Lyte 3 with a thumbprint on it.
Yeah, that's what I was
Sorry,
thinking.
baby.
That's the
Yeah.
solve.
But that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Or a Jound one that would look like every other GR but with a slight tweak of color, and then everyone's gonna go crazy for them. So we don't know.
Because last year they released a Jown plastic leather. I could be wrong, but it was a Reebok collab.
It's a
It was
Reebok, yeah.
Either a Club C, but was
Reebok
it
get a
Jown
lot of
one?
collabs.
There
now.
was a
You
Jound
look,
one.
They've got a
Sold out.
lot of, like, you can go on Reebok now and you can see a lot of collaboration sneakers with them, and they just, I don't know,
Yeah.
popularity. What
I think that one didn't
Yeah.
stick.
I think
They're really
you just got to
pushing the
get more
female
on
market,
foot, G.
Because you've got like Cardi B.
You just need to be
leading
all
that.
out there on the ground for Reebok this year. Just Reebok cops all over Instagram. You be the ambassador.
I'll go see my uncle, see if he's still got his like
But
uniform.
in a roundabout way, that's how sneaker culture changes, doesn't it? By, I won't say we're influencers as such, but that's what it is, isn't it? You put stuff out there and you're trying to push something to people, and the only way anyone's ever going to get to know about these other brands is if people will show it to us. Like, you can't go to everyone, oh, buy this, buy this, and never have it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Or you can gatekeep and just be quiet
Yeah, that's what-
about all these cool releases and not announce it, and then just keep it to ourselves. You know what I mean? Like, if you think about it, like that Diadora, Friends Forever or Friends for Life is still you can still cop it easily, but because no one's really paying attention to it, but us as a group know what kind of sneakers that is, and
I've got a challenge. I've got a
Quiet.
challenge for you, Donald.
we benefit for it.
I've got a challenge for you this year, Donald.
Yeah.
I want you to
Yeah.
change one Jordan head a month.
Oh, that's easy.
I actually think it's not that hard to do.
I
I
don't-
don't think it is hard to get to get people to do it. It's just that they do it like it's like getting someone to ride a moped for the first time. They'll do it behind everyone else's backs. You know, I'm never going to ride that. But then they go and do it. And they're like, oh, I enjoy it.
I don't think I'll be able to do that. I think people change their. I think the only advice like that I can say is like what I've said as well last year. You just gotta try and get one in hand, like a non-Jordan brand, like a New Balance in hand or an Asics in hand. That's all that's needed. Like, it's not even about influencers or anything like that. It's just that sometimes you just have that tunnel vision that you just want Jordan and Nikes, and you don't even pay attention. But if you really inspect, let's say, a Gel-Lyte 3 or a New Balance 990, then you get that aha moment, like, all right, I get it. Like, I get why people love this sneakers or this silhouette. So I think to those Jordan heads listening, like I said, just try and get one in hand. Don't even buy it. Like, if you see a Gel-Lyte 3 in store or a 990 in store, because they're not selling out at the moment.
Look at the Pleasures.
Yeah,
The Pleasures
just get them
Gel-Lyte
in
3.
hand.
It's sitting everywhere in Foot Locker. $149. Like, go and pick that up and have a look at it. Like, and then you go,
Catch of the Day has got a lot of $120-$100
You can get-
Gel-Lyte 3. So
These are
You can
still
get
sitting on
Wisterias
up their
for
store.
$140.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I think that's what it is. Hey, I think that's for us as sneaker enthusiasts. The scary thing for us is when we kind of like walk into a sneaker store, and the moment we try on something that we like, that's kind of just like you're gonna
Yeah.
buy it, right? And I feel like that's what not needs to happen, but I feel like a lot of people who are solely tunnel vision to one particular brand just try it on in store if they've got a chance. And actually walk in them, right?
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to crease them. Like walk in them, and you feel the difference. Like you totally feel the
Like a
difference.
990 V3.
Right?
I know you hate that, Daniel, but put one on your feet. I'm telling you, man. Like you're gonna change your mind.
I will try one this year.
I think it's
Cool.
Just wait for the right olive shade to come out.
That won't be hard. There'll be one
There's a
next
lot
week.
coming out.
There'll be one next week.
Yeah, there's a
And the
lot.
week
There's a lot of good olive ones coming out this year. Yeah. There's one next week. Yeah,
V3s?
you're right.
You think more V3s are going to drop?
What's that?
Do you
JD?
think when V3 is going to die out to 991?
I think season 2 will be the last of the V3s. There's still a few V3s coming out for season 2. I think the V6 is starting to be introduced, so there's going to be a Teddy Santis V6. And from what I heard, V3 would reintroduce 998. So that's a new runner, well, an old silhouette that's going to be reintroduced. So I'm excited for that because 998s are really good. I don't know what other silhouette is coming after that. It seems to be like 2002R is probably going to be slowed down as well. Now that 1906R is gaining traction. So, and that has always been New Balance's strategy. Like when they did the 327, they pump out a lot of 327 for a year, slow down a little bit. They did that with the 5740 as well. Before that, the 992s, they were pumping out a lot of collaborations and GRs. And then the year after that, they switched to V3. So I think what they said was V4 is gonna be pushed hard, and 998s this year. So I'm excited for that because those are two good silhouettes. So. Cool. All right, so moving on to the tradition of the show. Like, yeah, I haven't gotten a 1906
Disappointed.
yet.
Disappointed,
Got
yeah.
one.
Yeah, it's nice.
Because the thing is, I don't know if I want to get the standard New Balance suede for the 1906R or just go full on 2000 runner look, which is the silver one. Because that one is getting more appealing to me. Plus, it's gonna be different from the other New Balances. So I feel like if I'm getting a 1906R, it has to be that shiny 2000 runner. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. Let's do our copper drop. First up, we have the Air Force One Valentine's Day 2023 heart-shaped cherries. Daniel, does this fit your criteria for copying this year?
Definitely not. I'm not a fan of Air Force One lows. Don't mind the mids with that nice Velcro strap, but yeah, not a fan of the lows. This will be a pass, and definitely not a fan of the colorway.
Cool. Is the copper drop gonna be dropped now most of the time?
Yeah, so we're trying to be selective.
We're trying to limit our. Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
G, what do you think?
I'm gonna pass on these. Yeah, pass.
Not a fan.
Yeah, just not a fan.
Endo.
I like what Nike do with these like Valentine's Day releases. My favourite one out of this pack would be the Air More Up Tempos. I think they did those really well this year. Years gone by, I probably would have gone, "Oh, these are cool. Let's put them in a box on the wall and never wear them." But yeah, I won't try and cop these this year.
JP.
Yeah, no. They don't fit in my criteria, but yeah, I feel that these could be like they look more like a women's exclusive for me. So I've got one pair of Valentine's Day Air Force Ones, and that's enough for me.
That's one too many already. It's a drop for me. Yeah, Air Force One has to be just triple white for me. I don't think I'll be able to pull off other colorways, especially this one. So yeah. Next up, we have the Air Jordan DMP. Apparently returning at the end of this year. Daniel.
I was going to bring this up if you didn't bring it up. This is my November pickup regardless. I said this to the wife today. This is a definite cop. They need to be sitting in beside my DMP 6s to make up the pack that I didn't get. So yeah, massive must cop.
You know, they could still change, right? Like they're just assuming that it would look
Don't
like
Yeah,
say that. They're coming out like this.
They'll write Jubilee down the laces or something.
Yeah.
I'll come out as a low.
Yeah.
something like that, yeah.
Or a women's exclusive with suede or something.
Or women's exclusive
And that
as well.
Yeah, they'll do something to fuck up.
High cut patent leather too.
Yeah.
It's gonna be reimagined. It's gonna be creased patent leather.
Crackled patent leather.
G, what do you think?
I'm in the same mindset as Daniel. I missed out on the DMP pack, right? I've got the 6s for that reason. So when I saw pictures of these, I'm just like, yeah, I'd love them because I know they are more wearable than most of the other 11s that have been releasing. And they will get a lot of wear as well, especially in wintertime. So I'm hoping to cop just to make my own little DMP pack. But yeah, just a nice shoe. And I did miss out when they first came out because I didn't have enough money at the time. Dad wasn't there this time, so
You were more than $30
I
short.
couldn't get it. Yeah.
Steven,
These will
what about
be
you?
a definite attempt to buy. The last Jordan 11 release I picked up was the Concords, and I wear them a hell of a lot. So these will be the next best thing. Yeah, it's always hard with Jordan 11 releases at the end of the year because I've run out of money by that time. But if you know that these are a shoe in, I'll be putting that $300 aside.
Cool. What about you, JP?
Yeah, definitely gonna get these. I'm gonna get rid of my cool greys and buy these instead. I think they're just one of the most wearable pairs of 11s, as G said. So yeah, there's a cop for me.
Cool. This is gonna be December release, right?
Yeah,
Most
late
likely.
November, early December.
November.
Yeah.
Yeah, if December 2023 is similar to December 2022, this is probably not gonna make the cut. Because like last December was crazy. Like that's when Sneaker La,
Yeah.
Salehi, the Charlotte Labs, they all started coming out. And yeah, it's not gonna make the cut. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to pop this.
US 11, please, mate.
Yep, I'll definitely try for you. Speaking of not aging well, we have the Bricks and Wood New Balance 9060 coming out at the end of this month. Daniel, what do you think?
I like what New Balance are doing here, because I haven't used this line for a long time. insert old generic response. Look, no, I don't like the silhouette.
It's season 2, episode 1. You're allowed to do that.
I don't like the silhouette, but I love the colours. Like they're really nice colours on this, especially that green that pops really nicely. But it will be a pass.
Cool. What about you, G?
I've got the one colorway I wanted in this silhouette, and I feel like it's still the best one, right? Because after all the Joe Fresh goods dropped, it's just seemed like a lot of the other colorways are trying a little bit hard to compete with it in a sense. Yeah, pass for me.
I've just
Steven.
got to know, was there mass marketing on those hairy laces? So Saucony's done them.
I was
Jordan's
going to
done
ask the
them.
same bloody thing. I was going to ask the same
Jordan
thing.
Anyway, back to the sneaker.
It's a sneaker
might be-
trend for
might be.
2023.
It's the new dunk, the hairy lace.
Yeah.
Finding laces.
I love that open style mesh on these, and that green hit pops really well. And I haven't really delved into the New Balance world yet. And part of my resolution this year was to buy more sneakers of individual brands. So I don't know. There's that many New Balance out there that you just don't know which one to buy. I do like it, and I do like the way they've used this colorway. So it's tempting.
Cool. JP.
No, for me. Yeah, just not huge. I don't like the silhouette, and then especially in size 13, they're just gonna look so funny, like with those camel toes on the back and stuff like that. I think they look terrible, so it's definitely a drop for me.
Cool. It's a cop for me.
Of course it is.
After saying 9060 is not gonna age well. No, I love the I love the colorway. But yeah, I'm off 9060s. As much as I like them, I don't think I'll be able to wear them as well. So it's a drop. Next up, we have another New Balance 580 in the green and cream colorway. Daniel.
Nah, this is another drop for me. The 550s and 580s, I'm not a fan of them. They look too bulky and plasticky, in my opinion. Yeah, no, it's a pass.
G.
Maybe more colorways. There's potential for it. That yellowing on the midsole, I'm not a fan of. But look, it's a maybe. Pending colorways. So yeah.
Cool. Steven.
The 580 just looks like a 574 and a 550 have had a baby with a foam runner sole. Yeah, it's a no for me.
Cool. JP.
I'm just gonna say no.
That's it. Just a simple no. Nope. I still haven't found a 580 that I want to cop. Like, I do want to get a 580. That beef and broccoli that's available right now is very, very tempting. But yeah, this one is a drop for me. Next up, we have the Bad Bunny Adidas Campus in cloud white colorway. Daniel.
Nah, it's another pass for me.
G.
I think the colorway is real fresh, right? But I'm not too keen on them. They kind of remind me of, I don't know, it's like they're trying too hard to be like Sakai's in a sense, with the double tongue. I like the color. The color's nice. It's just I'm not a fan of the silhouette.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm
Steven.
similar. I think this is picking up what JP was saying earlier with Adidas, like stepping out and pushing out into a new realm. Like, I think they've done these really, really well, but they still don't jump at me and say buy me. They look like being Adidas that they're just going to put another $300 on the normal price tag. So
Yeah.
JP.
Yeah, I actually really like these. When I saw the leaked pictures of them, I kind of feel that Bad Bunny always does a really good job, and the materials are always nice and premium. So I'm gonna try getting them, but they're gonna be impossible like all the other ones dropped. So I'm not gonna chase them, but I'll probably just try jumping on the Adidas website when they drop, or the app, and go for them and see what happens.
Cool. Yeah, this one is a cop for me. I think they're more wearable than the forums, to be honest. Like, I like them more than the Bad Bunny forums. They're sleeker and cleaner. And in their defense, right? Like, that double thing has been on the Bad Bunny forums for a while now as well. So carrying that over to the campus, I think, sort of makes sense
Yeah.
design wise. Yeah, the last white Bad Bunny forum was easy to cop. I saw it available online. I think when I was in the Philippines. I didn't cop them. But yeah, hopefully this one is easy as well. So I'm hoping people spent their money on the Bad Bunny forums already and skipping this one. So yeah, I'll try for them. Next up, we have the official confirmation for the Air Jordan 1 High Lucky Green. Daniel.
Definite cop. This is a must cop. That black, white, that green pop. It's just a beautiful color on a amazing silhouette. So yeah, should be coming home regardless.
Cool. G.
Yeah, 100% cop. It's just this color blocking, man. Like we've said it before, any color in this color blocking, honestly.
Yeah.
So I'd love to get a pair. We'll see how we go.
What if it's the third pair for the month that released, G? and
It's
you're
just a
already
next
copped
month's
two
throwdown,
already?
isn't it, G?
Yeah, it will be. I won't open it till 2024, and it'll be a.
What happens if it
2024
comes out
shoe.
in February, G?
Yeah, look, I'll get my wife to pick it up. Hey,
Or a shock
Birthday
drop for
present.
January.
yeah, I'll get her to pick it up. I won't open it till March.
Still counts, right?
Send to Donald's
yeah.
house.
Yeah, you can do that as well. I'll just sit on them.
It's a
Steven.
no from me. I just keep. Didn't they have a low exactly like this? And that's all I can see now when I see Jordan highs. There's been that many lows that I don't know. They're just starting to get ugly.
I think that was a dunk, and I like those dunks as well.
Yeah, it might have been a dunk.
I don't know, but the green's just coming
JP
out a
has
bit
them.
really bright on my phone. So I don't know. Maybe it'd be nicer in hand.
They are really bright. The on-feet
Mm.
photos are really bright as well. But then some of the other photo is
Yeah,
a little bit
Darker
more
green,
muted.
I think that'd be nice.
So-
But if
I'm
they come
hoping
out
they're
like
more
neon
muted.
green, yeah,
It's supposed to be like that
I'm
Celtics.
hoping they're
Boston
not as
Celtics green.
saturated
that's
as
what they've
this.
been telling you. You wait, they'll be like your fluoro ones that you want to get rid of.
Yeah, hope not.
They're gonna be like the Visionaires.
Yeah.
Hope not.
JP.
Yeah, definite cop for me. I don't like them with the green laces, but yeah, definite cop for those. Definitely going to be in my collection.
Cool. Yeah, it's a cup for me as well. Like you guys said, this colorway, just color blocking, just works. You can put any color in there and we'll still cop. So yeah, it's a cup for me. This one's gonna be interesting. We have the Travis Scott Nike SB in a flip sort of like colorway. Daniel.
Yeah, this one is going to be interesting because I have sworn off dunks and SBs, but it's a Travis Scott. Yeah, it's going to be hard. I've got the OGs and I like them a lot better than these, but yeah, if I can get them for retail, definite, which that'll never happen. So I'm undecided. I'm undecided with it.
You're like me with the Jordan 4. Like I'm off Jordan 4 and then Amam Year 4 comes out. Got up. So, I don't care if they're 4s. G, what do you think?
I think I'm good with all the Travis Scotts that I have. I think I'm happy with them all. I've got to wear them. Hey, like I don't want to add another
I can wear them for you
pair
if
of
you
Travis.
want.
To it. I didn't say I wasn't going to try to cop, but yeah, no, I think definitely a pass. Just yeah.
Steven.
It'd be a drop for me. They look like a bad ID dunk. Yeah. I compare them to those orange lobsters that came out, and they look premium, and these just look. Yeah,
They're like ID
it's like,
dunks
it's like
trying to
someone
be a
jumped
Travis
on
Scott
to an
original.
ID and went, "Hey, this is a reverse Travis Scott colorway." Like the original one,
Or this
the
are the
original
only
one was
materials
really
available.
nice, but these, I think they missed the mark and they're just churning out. It's just should just change it up and redevelop it, not just make it worse every time. But maybe that's what I was just gonna. Are they another pair?
Does
of
that have
rabbit
hairy
legs?
laces on those as well? Or?
Nah, it's rope. It's not hairy lace. It's rope.
Yeah.
JP, what do you think?
Yeah, I really like them. I kind of feel they look super like organic the way they've done it. But I kind of feel that this is going to be like this is just a photo of some samples, and they're not going to actually look like this when they come out. But yeah, I definitely do like them. I'll try, but it's going to be another L, like normal.
I still like the original one better. And there's no way that I'm gonna win this for retail. I'll try for retail, but if not, then yeah, I'd rather spend my money on the first one than this one. So, yep, maybe yes for retail. And for our last pair, we have another clog, Rose in Good Faith, which is basically made from recycled dildos. Something that Micah would be interested in. Daniel, what do you think?
The host you're trying to contact is no
They're
longer
basically
available.
called the dildo shoes.
The host you're trying to contact is no longer available. Please check the number and try again. This is a massive no.
They look nice though.
Oh, amazing.
G.
No, thank you. I'm okay.
I thought G would like
Steven.
these because they're pre-lube where he wouldn't need to wear socks. He'll just slide straight in.
Hey, are these actually
Slippery
recycled
when wet.
dildos?
Yeah.
So that way, when someone tells you to get, fucked, you've got the right shoes on.
Yeah.
Does that mean if you threw them at
Pretty
somebody,
much.
it would be like a sexual assault?
Or slap them in the face with it. I mean, I'd shove it up Micah's ass.
Oh, it puts a new meaning on Wonder Stuff, doesn't it?
G. Is it a cop for you, G?
No, not
I'll
for me.
pass.
Steven.
My dildo's not pre-use, so.
JP.
Apparently, there's like a switch on the bottom when you walk and they vibrate.
They're like the sketchy light-up shoes.
Yeah, but they vibrate
JP's walking
instead.
around.
Is there a way Is there a way that you can connect
With a
them and
little
go back to
rabbit on
back?
So good.
But no,
So it's a cop for
Little
you,
toe
JP.
tickler at the front.
yeah, 100%. I want to know who's like taking the dildo to get it recycled. Like, what the fuck?
I want
10
to
cents.
know
as
where
well.
you take your
Yeah.
dildos. Hey, does anybody want this to make a shoe with? Is there a box of Coles? Or...
Haven't you seen on the box 10 cents recycled in South Australia?
You can take your dildo. And
Return and earn.
They look too big for me, so yeah.
you can get them in a Filipino tree. It's the only shoe that couldn't be released in toddler sizes.
Oh, it's funny because it's true.
All right, then.
Well,
I guess with that,
That'll be in
that's
the
the end
top
of
10
our
at the end of the
show. Daniel, any parting words or closing statements?
To our listeners and viewers, I'm sorry you just got put through that. Nah, look, in all honesty, it's good to be back. Chomping at the bit the last couple of weeks to get this fired up again, so it's good. Also, guys, check us out on our Instagram Live. We're trying to get it up and running every Tuesday night. Join us, send us through a request on our Instagram. Jump on with us. We're always looking to chat with sneakerheads. Doesn't matter from what walk of life you're with, what you like to collect. We always love to chat with different people. So hit us up in our Soul Kitchen DM on Instagram, and yeah, come and join us.
Cool. G.
Yeah, just thank you. I guess a thank you to our listeners, viewers, people who are subscribing, like following us on Instagram and stuff, and even following our personal accounts. It's been awesome interacting with everybody on the Sneakerheads FB group. It's the only group that I'm kind of very active in a sense. So it's been awesome in that regard. But yeah, speaking of Sneakerheads group, there is a Sydney meetup. So if you are not part of the FB group, check us out on there. And there is in February, I believe, the first weekend, there is a meetup in
Nice.
at the back wall. So it should be real good.
If you're not part of the original 4-person sneaker meetup, Sydney sneaker meetup, please join us so that we can increase our numbers.
Yeah, to 5.
Yeah, good to be back
Steven.
for 2023. Talk about sneakers again. Again, like G said, thanks to everybody that actually listens to us talk rubbish for over an hour and supports us personally on our own Instagrams. And like I said, we're always willing to chat to like-minded sneakerheads or not like-minded sneakerheads. We want to have discussions about shoes. That's what we're here for. So, no, I'm looking forward to a good year in 23.
Cool. JP.
Yeah, as everybody said, really looking forward to 2023. Looking forward to having some amazing guests pop on, which I know that we've got a couple of them lined up for this year so far. And if you want to come on and you're a sneakerhead and you want to join us for a chat on a Friday night, let us know. Or even on the lives on Monday or Tuesdays whenever we're free. So pop on and join our Soul Kitchen Instagram page so you can see when our lives will be.
Cool. And I'll just echo what everyone was saying. Thank you guys if you're listening to the show and you're following us. We really appreciate that. And yeah, get in touch. I mean, if you want us to talk about particular topics or particular sneakers, just let us know. And we're more than happy to do that. And also, if you want to jump on the show, you don't have to have massive following as long as you're a sneakerhead and you're interested. We're open and keen on having some people on the show and meet them and then talk about their sneaker journey as well. So just hit us up on our Instagram account, and we hope to see you again next week or on the next episode.
Thanks, guys.
Good night.
Peace.
See you, legends.